Can you see me? How's my hair? So I'm sitting here in the woods. It's such a beautiful day today, and there's people climbing Mount Finn behind me. I don't even know what the actual fuck is happening. First I said I'm not going to do any video, and now I'm just doing video and video. So I came out originally to the woods to check on a carcass of a deer that had been taken down by a cougar, and I'm going to take the skull and a few bones for some altar magic. Anyway, it's not ready yet. But I've also brought my little phone contraption, my little, the stand that you put your phone on, because I thought it's so hard to talk when there's people around. Anyway, I thought maybe I'll make a video when I get out there, because it's full moon and Octobuary. I say Octobuary because the Pleiadians have said that it'll be February before we come through the energy that is opening right now in October. So I don't know if you saw my meme today on Facebook, but October is quite intense. There's 2 full moons, one tomorrow and one on Samhain on October 31st, or otherwise known as Halloween. It's Scorpio season beginning October 22nd-ish. And there's also Mercury Retrograde, which is happening around the 14th, but we're already in the pre-frame and the pre-energy of that. And I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it? So I've been uploading a course that I'm building onto a site, and first I couldn't access my site after I built it, then my content was gone, then it came back. Today there's a complete deplosion of the site, so nobody can get onto that site, and it's not just me, but I feel like the energy is already gathering for Mercury retrograde, and my post today about all of October is about staying focused and staying in the present moment, which I think is like really the thing we talk about a lot, but it's kind of hard to do and we forget. So I thought I'm just going to come into the woods, and just for myself, I'm going to take these moments to stay present and to stay focused and to remember what's real. Because the real things aren't the things that we worry about. The real thing is our feeling of homeostasis, of balance and harmony. And it's kind of hard to get to that when things are busy and when there are so many things happening. So what the Pleiadians were talking about today was that, when a certain month comes in and all the cosmic events that are happening during that month generate, and that portal opens, that energy opens, when the month closes out, we're like, okay, good. Now it's November or whatever month it is, and we're done with that. But actually, that's not really how it works. The energy unfolds, and it takes a specific period of time that it determines for itself when it's going to be resolved and when it's going to come to completion. So in terms of October, I think what we need to keep in mind is that, one, we got to stay calm, because immediately when we find out what the energy of the month is comprised of, we begin to feel, something rises up. We begin to feel the energy of that complexity, and there's a tension that occurs. And so coming back to center is something that we do over and over. It's not something that we do and then we're like, okay, we're done with that, we're centered, because we're always raveling and unraveling. I'm not sure if raveling is a word, but I'm using it. So in today's post about October, I spoke about opening space within ourselves. And why that's important is because when we need to upload what we need to thrive through the month, there has to be space for that. So first I said we need to come to a compassionate place and agreement about what we're feeling right now. Maybe there's tension, maybe there's worry, maybe there's grief, maybe there's anger. So we need to acknowledge all those things and realize that they are taking space within us, and that space is it's well occupied by those things, but that we don't necessarily need to hang on to that. We can acknowledge it, we can bathe it in compassion and in love, and we can move it along by first acknowledging it, but then consciously letting that pass through. So that doesn't mean it's not going to come back ever, or that we would ignore it, when it comes back, or that we would have expectations about being in a state of harmony all the time, because that's unrealistic. I mean, to live in a human body is incredibly challenging and dense. So let me check my tea. Maybe it's cooled down a bit. Hot, hot, hot. So, where was I? So then once we've created a bit of space within ourselves, we can download the things that we need. And check out my post. It's on the Raven and the Mystic. And actually it's everywhere. It's in my Healing Mother Wound group, and it's also, if you're part of that, and it's also on my personal timeline. So once you create a little bit of space through awareness and compassion within yourself, then you can download some courage, some love for yourself, and whatever it is that you feel that you need in that moment. And it's really important to be present to the moment, to ask yourself, what do I need? So you're not just randomly downloading stuff, things you don't need. Just really distracted by the incredible things that are here to play with, like I will show you. Thank you. What a beautiful little thing. Thank you. And there's this little bit of moss. There's some pine cone. What else can I show you? There's this incredible bark from the arbutus tree. The arbutus tree is really magical. It will twist and turn itself in any direction needed to find the sun. It's very, very inspiring and incredible teacher. And it's only really on the island here, and I think there's some in Washington, but I could be wrong about that. There's some Gary oaks around here, really special oak trees that are also indigenous to this area. And always there's little sticks. When you come out into nature, you can make yourself a little altar of all the things that you find, and you can converse with the items. You can ask them what lessons they have for you, and you can also do some wound healing with them, some releasing, and some uploading. I may have gotten off track, but anyway, what I really wanted to say is that it's really important to do the things that are real, connecting with yourself, connecting with nature, being present. Being present is a really difficult thing to do, and we talk about it, but to be present means that we're not in the past or in the future about anything. And usually when we're walking in nature, that's easier, or sitting in nature, that's easier, because we're consumed by the beauty around us and consumed by the beings that are sharing the space with us, whether they're the trees or the elements, or dragonflies. There's lots of dragonflies here. Such a warm and beautiful day. Anyway, I just wanted to share these few moments with you and to say that even though October is going to be quite intense, and we can also welcome that intensity, we can work with that energy, but even though it's going to be intense, it's going to be incredibly productive in that it's going to excavate a lot from us and hopefully bring us into more awareness of where we need to be and what we need to be doing to walk a very authentic path. So maybe you would like to close your eyes with me and just connect to your own heartbeat. When you connect to your own heartbeat, you're also connecting to the heartbeat of Pachamama. It is such a peaceful place. Your own heartbeat can be a real place of solace for you if there's nothing else to connect to. If you can't even connect to your own breath, connect to your heartbeat. And try aligning it with a peaceful thought, so that the heart, even though it might be beating strongly, maybe too fast, can slow down and come into a homeostasis with itself. There's really nothing that complicated about life, even though life is very complicated. In its uncomplicated state, we are just alive, just being. It's kind of what I'm creating in this course is what is your soul mission? Why are you here? And it's at once simple and complex, but even in its complexity, it's simple. Anyway, I think that's it. So happy full moon. Big love to you all. It's amazing to share in this space with you. Thank you so much.